So if there's no live shows, what, you don't have to perform, is it? No, I mean there's another platform for you, live streaming. Just do it. Hi, I'm Iman, frontman of punk rock band Iman's League.
And I'm Akhilesh, I'm the lead programming officer for Baybeats, and we worked with Iman and his band for the recent Baybeats Online Festival.
I think as a performer, we are always used to having an audience in front of us. So when we move to online, it's a bit strange for us playing in front of nobody except for the crews and the sound crew.
Many of us live for the live experience, whether it's moshing or the circle pits or just meeting our friends along the waterfront. That's pretty much the spirit of Baybeats. And moving online, we kind of lost that element. And the biggest challenge for us, not only in presenting the artist, was trying to recreate that feel through each person's screen or personal mobile device. It's still the million-dollar question that most of us have. How do we engage them better? The positive thing about online, you can have a very direct, a very personal relationship with any fan.
There was a screen in front of us to actually interact with the audience. You can see people posting comments like requesting for songs. We can actually answer to their question on the spot. In a live show, you don't really get to interact on a personal level with your crowd.
There are a lot of presentations that was done during the circuit breaker phase 1, phase 2 period. So what we kind of did was to look at what was offered and what the engagements were like. Certain things that we found out was YouTube works best for performances. Facebook works best for long videos, can also be talks or discussions. Instagram works best for short form live content. And the best thing that works overall is really short form pre-recorded videos, sub 15 minutes. So these were certain things that we kind of looked around, did research and settled on for Baybeats Online.
Basically for us is more to trial and error. So during the CV period where nobody can step out of the house, we actually did a bit of Facebook Live. Then after that we move on to Instagram for another half an hour. So you know we kind of have these jokes like, oh okay, so now we are having like a social media tour. You know, that was a DIY thing. The audio wasn't proper. The video was, I don't know, somehow it was the other way around.
You all nampak sengit ke straight? Apa sih aku ni?
Yeah, so I think we learned a lot of things from there.
It goes back to curating 101. What is the festival about? Who the target audience is? And having a story behind the presentations. Personally, I keep looking back to this series, Live at Abbey Road. Although it was just a recorded performance, there was always stories around the artist, the interaction. So our goal was to kind of attain that.
Different story, different location, different settings. You know.
It's just that everyone is so visually stimulated now. What do we then offer differently? What kind of production value? Do we have a multicam setup? Do we have an LED wall behind? Is the venue different? It's pretty much on all our minds. How do we like package it differently? Packaging, it's a word that we don't usually use. But now since it's gone into a broadcast sphere, we are kind of channeled to think that way. I think for programmers, one thing that they need to understand, at least from now onwards, is the live streaming protocols, online intellectual properties, online whitelisting, and understanding what that means. Reading up on all these things may help a lot. It's a bigger ocean in terms of dealing with all of these distributors, labels and things.
I mean, for a proper live streaming, there will be sound man doing the sound for you. But if you thought of doing it on your own, you have to figure out all these things. Your sound balancing, your camera angle, where should it be? Even though it's just one angle camera, you should know where to position the camera. Where should you position yourself so that everyone can see you?
Like fluidity is probably the biggest word that we learned. Just trying to stay abreast of all these changes and ensuring that we don't get pocketed into a particular way of thinking. And having a hybrid presentation is probably the way I think we should all move forward.
I think the key word here is to adapt. I think as a performer or as a musician, you have the responsibility to always keep your fans or your supporters engaged. You cannot just like sit on it and just, oh, that's it. Oh, it's the pandemic, so let's just sit down here and do nothing. No, I always don't believe in that. I always believe that there's always something for you to do. You can always perform online. You can always do it yourself.
Baik,